And hey, indeed, welcome into the Guest Room Podcast.
Oh.
You said and,
Yeah.
not oh.
Oh, man.
Oh isn't part of the song. It's hey, indeed. It's hey. Hey is the...
That's our thing, though. That's your thing.
It's on a shirt.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I messed up. I'm your host, Mike. That's Kevin over there. That's Andy.
Hate.
And that's KD.
You.
Whoa.
Ouch.
You don't know.
I thought we were going for like take umbrage or something like that.
I was going to go with, I thought it was going to be like I can't even.
Sorry, guys.
We all have something to apologize for on today's podcast. Hey, if you at home, you just got to get something off your chest, you can send it to the guestroom@gmail.com and apologize for something you did or said. This is the Guest Room Podcast. We play trivia games, and we enjoy what we do. That's why we do it, honestly. We hope you do, too. Don't listen to this podcast because you don't enjoy it. It's because you do. Am I right?
Yeah, and I just want to please my mom.
Oh, okay. That's why you're on this podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
IRL or podcast mom?
Both.
Oh, speaking of which,
¿Por qué no los dos?
shout out to Lori, our podcast mom. We appreciate you.
There's friends of the show, then there's mom of the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Official mom of the show. We had something else that was official. I forget what it was.
Well, random.org.
We'll
The
find
official,
it
unofficial sponsor.
someday as we wander through the forest of wrong. Hey,
I like these characters that we're developing. Keep going on those. The field of knowledge, the forest of wrong.
we have a special game that we invite you to play, and that game is called the Secret Phrase Game. Some have called it the Notorious SPG. Some have called it the Secret Phrase Thing. And your job is to find out who was assigned a secret phrase during this episode and what that phrase was. You can send your guess to the guestroom@gmail.com. And without further ado, we're going to be playing a little game of Jeopardy on this episode, which on this podcast we refer to rounds of Jeopardy as a Jepisode. Yeah,
We were like very not in tune.
but
That's my life.
in an
always.
impressive way.
That was. You're right.
Like, we couldn't try and make that happen again.
1,000% yes.
1,000 Miles. 2002, Vanessa Carlton.
One of the only songs I know how to play on the piano.
Oh.
That's weird.
Today's Jepisode has been brought to us by one KD.
That's right.
KD, why don't you run us through your categories and we'll decide if we like them.
Better than 2 KDs. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Very true.
Category number 1 is called clothing tubes. And Kevin looks horrified.
That is such a KD category.
Next is iconic YouTubes. And Kevin looks umbrage. And that happened.
I don't know if I even remember the original video anymore. I think I just quote KD quoting the video.
Next category is medical tubes.
Medical tubes.
And after that is animal tubes.
Excuse me?
Animal tubes. And following that is musical tubes.
Musical tubes.
And lastly is assorted tubes. A good friend of mine likes Jeopardy a lot and did this for their family on vacation.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yes.
I feel dirty.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah?
If you didn't get it, the theme of this board is
It's, well,
tubes.
Yeah.
yep.
What does tubular mean?
I have a question. No, that also is a question. Let's address that question first.
That was a question.
Yeah, that was a question. What does anyone know? No?
I mean,
Okay.
it's kind of
No.
like cool.
Okay.
It's kind of cool.
All right.
What if we have the same score at the end of this board?
We all win, except Katie.
We're going to have our tubes tied.
Oh boy. We need a sounder for the
When we get
I feel like that. Is it a husky in that one meme where it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
joke
Yeah,
for
that
the
was
win.
you.
That was rough. But points for trying.
Yep.
thanks.
But then taken
Maybe
away
you
'cause-
maybe you get to go first.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Maybe. It's not my
Then that's not your decision. The person going first will be Andy.
Oh.
And I'll defer. Kevin. Kevin, where would you like to go? And I'll choose it.
Ooh.
Oh.
I think you should start with musical tubes.
Okay, let's go assorted tubes for 100.
All right, assorted tubes for 100. These tubes can help keep you afloat in the summer and are also fun to
Kevin.
shoot. Kevin.
Noodles.
Correct. Pool noodles.
Oh.
That is assorted.
Oh.
That's so assorted.
Oh. Would
Yeah,
you
so
would you have
sorted.
accepted inner tube?
No,
What is sorted?
because the
He was
end of
about
that
to
clue
say the
was
Eagles.
about fun to shoot. Also fun to shoot water through at your friends.
And that is not fun
I'm
at
going to go
all.
with, I guess, iconic-ish YouTubes.
Iconic YouTubes.
For
For one?
Yeah.
All right. One of the most watched and arguably most annoying videos of all time on YouTube, but this child's song features a ferocious family of sea creatures.
Mike.
Kevin. Mike. Wow. I don't know why.
You really thought he was going to get that.
Yeah,
Baby Shark.
that is correct. Do.
You said it, not me.
Baby.
Iconic YouTubes, 200.
Iconic YouTubes for 2. In this video, all the nice lady wanted was a cold pop, but what she got was
Mike
bronchitis.
kept...
Mike.
I believe it's called Sweet Brown.
That is not the answer I have listed.
please repeat.
In this video, all the nice lady wanted was a cold pop, but what she got was bronchitis.
I don't know what video this is.
I mean, I would have said the same thing Mike said, but I'm trying to think of something else at this point. I mean, that's it, but it must be called something different.
Wait, how could it possibly be? Maybe the auto-tune version is called something different.
I mean, if you're not going to give it to me,
Is this the Ain't Nobody Got Time for This lady?
Kevin,
Kevin.
ain't nobody got time for that.
That is correct.
I don't think that's correct.
Ain't nobody got time for that. A song by Sweet Brown.
So that's the song version.
Correct.
What's the original version called?
I'm looking for it. So many parodies.
I'm still confused. I've given a right answer, but I'm not sure how. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, what was the question?
In this video, all the nice lady wanted was a cold pop, but what she got was bronchitis.
In this video.
I
You know what-
think
yeah,
that has to be
yeah.
Sweet Brown, right? Because you didn't specify that it was the song version, the auto-tune version.
Yes, Mike is correct. So Mike will get the points. Kevin will not lose points, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Let's stick with iconic-ish YouTubes for 300.
You know, ish is not in the title. For 3?
Yes. There's an implied ish.
For 300.
Smith?
Wainwright.
This contestant for Miss Teen America said that 1 in 5 people in America can't locate the U.S. on a world map because, quote, some people out there in our nation don't have maps.
You asking for a name?
It's probably...
I'm asking for the contestant, so the state.
If you gave me 6 guesses, I could probably get it.
Same.
That's such a good quote.
What's it worth? 300?
Go for it.
I'm thinking about it.
Do it.
I'm just trying to...
Trina.
Kevin.
Kevin.
South Carolina.
That is correct.
What?
Wow.
That would have even been in my top 10.
What about top 25?
You said you could have gotten
Maybe.
it in 6.
What?
You said, yeah, also me. I could have gotten it in 6.
What?
I said, if I were to guess 6 times, you were like, yeah, me too.
No. Maybe.
But then you said not top 10.
I don't know.
There's
All right.
But maybe
there's
if
a
like
fuzzy line between
but here's the
6
thing.
and 10.
I'll
Kind of
let
like
you
the line between knowledge and no knowledge
exactly.
in the field of
I'll
knowledge.
do let you guess 6 and then I guess 6. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like 6 and 6. It's
Yeah.
like 12. Yeah. 400.
400. This video features a band singing and performing choreography using indoor running equipment.
Kevin.
Andy.
Kevin?
Here it goes again.
Correct. Oh.
500.
For 5. This trippy video takes place in the woods and details many animal sounds, but one sound remains a mystery.
Mike,
Mike,
what does the fox say?
what does the fuck? Yep.
I
I've actually never seen that.
I still don't know what word you said as the second word of that clue.
Trippy.
Okay, I was deciding between trivia and tribute.
I thought trivia.
That word didn't help. Don't worry.
But it did.
but
it
yeah,
did-
trivia
I was
will-
I was trippied up on it.
I think you were trivia'd up on it. Iconic YouTubes for 600
For 6.
points.
This teen-created music video celebrates the start of the weekend. Mike.
Friday.
That is correct. But watch out for bullies. It's because of them that this song was removed from YouTube.
Everybody's Russian.
It was removed from YouTube?
Apparently.
Wait,
I bet you it's on there somewhere. I bet you.
Oh, you betcha.
There's got to be some YouTube troll out there who uploads it weekly. just making sure it stays.
Bi-weekly even.
Semi-weekly even. All right, let's move over to...
Yeah, it's on there. 161 million views
Oh,
by Rebecca.
there you go. Rebecca.
And I said it was uploaded 10 years ago. So
Maybe it was removed
KD doesn't really know what he's talking about 3/4 of the
for a
time.
really short period of time, and then
I'm in the... What's the forest called? The Forest of Wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
And it's a pond of hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go clothing tubes for 100.
Clothing tubes for 100. This article of clothing is a fabric tube worn primarily by
Kevin?
the... Kevin?
Tube top.
Incorrect. Worn primarily by the Scottish and often features...
Mike.
Kilt. That is correct.
You couldn't get one more word out for my clue.
No.
That's your fault.
Yes.
Clothing tubes, 200.
Clothing tubes for 2. These lower extremity cloth... Mike.
Socks.
No. These lower extremity cloth tubes are generally thicker than socks and were often featured as statement pieces in 80s workout videos. Andy.
leg warmers.
That is correct.
300.
300. These hand accessories feature 5 open tubes for each of your digits and are favorites of motorcyclists. Kevin.
Fingerless gloves.
That is correct. Second time fingerless gloves was an answer.
Except for the last time it was like, it was called fingered, but it was fingerless, or the opposite, or I can't remember.
You just remember that you took umbrage.
Yes, I do remember.
Who was it? It was your clue, right, Mike?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the category gloves.
Yeah, we're going to go with animal tubes for 100.
Animal tubes for 100.
I'm still not sure where this is going.
I know.
Yeah.
This animal's tube-like nose is... Kevin?
Elephant.
That is correct.
Musical tubes for 100.
Musical
There
tubes.
are like 3 animals I thought of with a tube-like nose.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Musical tubes for 100. This popular church instrument produces... Andy.
Organ.
Correct.
Animal tubes, 200.
Organ.
For 2?
Yep.
This animal's tube-like nose allows it to inhale... Kevin?
Anteater.
Incorrect. Allows it to inhale up to 50,000 insects in one evening and also helps them navigate,
Mike.
although...
Aardvark.
That is correct. Although we've never seen Arthur do this.
Mike.
Mike, board's yours.
Hold on.
There's umbrage being taken.
Are you saying Arthur is an anteater?
AARDVARK.
Woo! Oh, was that the end of the question?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Animal tubes. No, not animal tubes. Clothing tubes for 400.
Clothing tubes for 4. You guys are bouncing around a lot.
Yep.
All right. These foot coverings differ from more popular models because of their footless design.
Footless foot covering.
Excuse me? Whoa, let me tell you these foot coverings that don't have a foot in them? What?
Can you please repeat?
These foot coverings differ from more popular models because of their footless design.
Footless.
Footloose?
It's quite the conundrum.
Oh.
What?
What are you picturing in your head? Like, are you picturing something that goes over the feet from the top, like the legs, or something on the feet?
Yeah, like plated armor, but it's just on the top
Yeah,
of the foot.
okay. Yeah, okay. Same. Which is, I have no idea. And it more... Can you repeat?
Like a skirt for your feet.
Is
Yeah.
an umbrella a foot covering?
These foot coverings differ from more popular models because of their footless
More
design.
popular models.
Of
So it's not the most
Foot
popular.
armor.
Yeah.
Plate armor.
So, like, there's more popular that have foot coverings. Or foot
foot.
things?
Footful designs.
They're footatious.
So footy.
This doesn't make sense.
Okay, good. We're all agreed on that.
Yeah. No idea.
Boop, boop, boop. We are looking for the tube sock.
What?
There's no bend in them. It's literally just a tube. So there's no like place for your heel.
That is not a.
There's still a place for your heel.
And
You
said,
just make the
And
place
it's,
for your heel.
It's the place where your
You
heel
said-
ends up.
and he said footless design.
Other long socks have a foot.
All right. I think all four of us agree that was a bad question.
Bad
yeah,
question.
but
is it
only
me?
3 of us are man enough to admit it.
You.
Clothing tubes, 500 points.
Closing
Closing tubes.
Clothing tube.
Uh-oh, 5 ones.
This shoulderless, sleeveless women's garment.
Kevin,
Kevin.
tube top.
That is correct.
Love tube tops.
Do you?
Do you?
On this board. 600.
600. This short tube is commonly worn by snowboarders and skiers to keep their necks and faces warm.
Andy.
Andy.
Was it neck garter?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Is it though?
I don't know.
Wait. Mike.
Mike.
A gator.
That is correct.
Oh, that is what it's called. Yeah.
Thanks, Andy. Because I was going to say scarf.
Sometimes I'm like.
I've never snowboarded.
Yeah.
All right.
bummer.
Let's see here.
We've got a couple categories plus some.
We
going.
have. We've.
What's the score?
Score is Andy with negative 300, Kevin with 1,400, and Mike with 2,100.
Points they be had.
Baby had. All right. Let's go to musical tubes for 200.
In an orchestra, this instrument is called a tuba, but it was
Andy.
Andy?
Sousaphone.
That's correct.
300.
These colorful plastic tubes.
Kevin.
Kevin?
Recorder.
No. These colorful plastic tubes are varying lengths and pitches and are commonly used by children who are learning to... Andy.
Xylophone.
No. Who are learning to read and create music. These colorful plastic tubes are varying lengths and pitches and are commonly used by children who are learning to read and create music.
Yeah, no, that's not a recorder. It's varying lengths and pitches. It's like connected to each other. It's like little pipes.
Oh, I know what it is. Can I have another guess?
Come on, Marble Works?
Come on.
Yes, Marble Works is
No,
the musical
I want another
tube.
guess. Give me another guess.
I mean,
What is it, Andy? I'll just
No.
guess for you.
Okay.
no. Don't give him points.
What is the points?
It's.
No, you can
I'm
take-
just gonna keep my 300.
Boop, boop, boop.
Okay, is it tin whistle?
No.
No.
Pan flute.
No.
What was wrong with recorder?
That's
They're
not
not varying
multiple
lengths.
tubes and varying lengths.
The answer is boom whackers.
What? What?
That's right.
What is
Wow,
that?
that's not
You
what I
just earned
pictured at
yourself
all.
a new nickname.
What? Boom whacker? Excuse me? What is this?
Yeah,
I've never seen this
it's
in my
the things
life.
that go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do that again, Mike?
No.
Oh my!
And you can like collapse
What
them.
in the world?
I'm disgusted.
Gross.
They're boom whackers. I've never heard them called that.
Remember I said I felt dirty? I really feel dirty.
All right.
Well, Andy, ultra-white underwear freshens your look. So just, get that done.
Get that done, Andy.
Get her done.
It is
And-
your board, Mike.
It is my board. Let's go musical tubes for 400.
Musical tubes for 4. Most brass instruments have a tube where condensation collects as the... Andy.
Spit tube. Spit valve.
Correct.
Whatever you call it.
Did
5.
You, did you play a brass instrument in high school?
I did. I played a trombone.
He looks like a brass player. doesn't
Ouch.
500.
Ouch.
I'll take my points. I don't care.
He looks... Did you say he looks like a trombone player or he looks like a trombone?
he? A brass player.
For
Please,
5.
please I didn't play boom whackers.
For
Your
5.
name's not Boomwhacker.
This rock band is famous for songs like She's a Beauty, Talk to You Later, and White Punks on Dope.
Oh, she's a beauty.
Trying to think if there's a band with the word tube in it.
Yeah. Same.
That's also what I'm doing.
The spoonerism of a boomwhacker is a wombbacker.
Which is a better word.
That describes me.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like
Bup,
it's
bup, bup.
before my time.
The answer is the tubes.
The tubes.
Yeah, before my time.
The tubes.
The tubes.
Oh, don't be Australian.
600.
600.
I once had an Australian friend that I asked to say tuba and chew bar, and they sounded the same.
This popular performing group often makes music in creative ways, such as using spatulas to hit the openings of varied sized PVC tubes.
Tubes.
I can tell you what they do, and then I don't know their name though.
Do they use spatulas to hit various?
It's like where they have
Size
those.
PVC tubes.
Can you repeat the question?
This popular performing group often makes music in creative
group.
ways, such as using spatulas to hit the openings of varied sized PVC tubes.
Say it one more time.
This popular performing group often makes music in creative ways, such as using spatulas to hit the openings of varied sized PVC tubes.
The Tube Thumpers.
Musical tubes.
The Tube Crew. Blue Man Tube. Are any of these close?
I
To have one word
think
right.
This one is going to have tube in it because he had tube in the clue.
What?
The word tube was in the clue.
Andy.
Andy,
Blue Man Group.
that is correct.
I almost went there, but
Do they
still
do
wasn't
that?
sure enough.
Yeah, they do that.
I thought they like banged on drums with blue paint.
They also do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Board is yours, Andy.
Kill.
Medical tubes for 100.
Medical tubes for 1. Tubes are inserted to this body part, often during childhood, to help equalize pressure and resolve... Kevin.
Ears.
Correct.
Eardrums.
And resolve fluid buildup.
Ear tubes.
Tear oobs. Kevin, board's yours.
Go. Assorted. Go. Assorted.
Beer tubes.
Yes.
Animal tubes for 300.
I like the spinners.
Andy's just...
We've lost him.
he gone. Animal tubes for 3.
Yeah.
This sea invertebrate anchors its tail to an underwater surface and secretes a mineral tube around it into which it can draw its entire body.
Excuse me? Can you repeat?
This sea invertebrate anchors its tail to an underwater surface and secretes a mineral tube around it into which it can draw its entire body.
Mineral tube.
Andy.
Mike.
Andy.
Mike should go first. Nope. Sea sponge.
No.
Can you please repeat?
This sea invertebrate anchors its tail to an underwater surface and secretes a mineral tube around it into which it can draw its entire body. I think the sound would be different underwater.
No, I'm not going to guess.
All
But I have a guess for no points.
right.
Barnacle.
No.
Sea anemone.
Tube worm.
Tube worm.
I don't like that some these random ones of these have the word tube.
Tube.
Yeah.
All right.
Tube sock.
400. 400.
400. This mammal's fur is made up of clear straw-like tubes that trap air to keep them warm.
I've heard this fact,
Yeah.
but I don't remember what mammal I've heard it about.
This mammal's fur is made up of clear straw-like tubes that trap air to keep them warm.
Clear straw.
So they clearly need to be warm,
Clearly.
And they're clear.
and they need to stay in the cold. What animal likes the cold?
What mammal?
No, what animal? Jellyfish.
Problem is, I'm at that score point where it's like I'm teeter-tottering between threatening and completely Andy.
The watershed moment.
Completely Andy.
What am I at?
You're at 300.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll stay in the positive.
Yeah.
There's two animals that if I had the ability to guess these two animals together, I think I would have about an 86% chance of being right.
Roughly 86.
Polar bear or yak.
Polar bear.
Wow.
That was new for me, too. And I thought that was cool.
500.
500 under animal tubes. Commonly found on nectar-drinking insects, this long...
Kevin.
Oh, no!
Oh, I said it.
Proboscis.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Oh,
I
man.
had it. You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. It's fine.
Second time proboscis has come up.
Yeah.
600.
600 under animal tubes. These creatures have no brains, eyes, or heart, but when threatened, they turn themselves inside out and eject their intestines. Don't worry, though. These soft tube-shaped animals can regrow that tissue in about 6 weeks.
One more time.
Hey, you gotta celebrate. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't stop the dancing.
These creatures have no brains, eyes, or heart, but when threatened, they turn themselves inside out and eject their intestines. And don't worry though; these soft tube-shaped animals can regrow that tissue in about Kevin.
Jellyfish.
Nope.
Just out of curiosity, what is that supposed to do? Like scare a predator? Oh no, not the intestines.
Maybe it's like
You don't wanna-
I
you don't
I'll
wanna eat
just,
this.
I'll just eat that then instead of.
Also, what is it doing in the meantime if it can survive without intestines?
Or a brain.
Like, why grow back at all?
Good guess for no points.
Merp, merp.
Sea sponge.
No.
Oh.
It's a sea cucumber.
AKA a sea sponge.
Cucumber. The good old sea cucumber.
All right, we got about 2 categories left. What's the score?
Andy's got 300 points. Kevin's got 1,100 points, and Mike's got 2,100 points.
I think Mike's not going to guess anymore.
We will see.
Would it help?
I don't know. Will the Boomwhackers questions be easy enough?
I don't know. I like that he's the boom whacker now.
I like that too.
You shouldn't.
Can we have
New merch.
boom whackers with your face on them?
I don't even know whose board it is anymore.
It's Kevin's.
Still mine.
From Proboscis.
Okay. Assorted tubes for 2.
Assorted tubes for 2. These tiny tubes are best cooked al dente and are best known. Kevin.
Spaghetti.
Incorrect.
Andy. Rigatoni.
No.
Keep going.
And are best known for being partnered with cheese. Mike.
Macaroni.
Yep.
They're not best al dente.
I think all pasta is best al dente.
No.
How
crunchy.
when I traveled to Italy, it was all al dente. Travelflex. 300 points. Assorted tubes.
300. These restaurant tubes are under attack, particularly in states like California.
Kevin.
Oh,
no. Straws.
Yes.
Plastic straws.
Yes.
The best
yes.
of all things.
Of all things?
Of all things.
Wow, you have children.
They're not things.
Well, when the alternative is that, like,
If you weren't
The
such
paper-
a
humiliating
if you weren't such a
sippy cup?
boomwhacker, you would know that.
Or those paper straws that just
Paper straws are
the
the
worst.
that disintegrate because they're paper.
400.
I've got soggy cardboard in my mouth. Let me just take another sip.
400.
For 4. Oh, man. These tubes are a common childhood dairy snack that can be enjoyed refrigerated or frozen.
Andy.
Go-Gurts.
Go-Gurts.
That's correct.
How would you know that?
wow.
What? I had Go-Gurt.
Yeah, it was right next to the Otter Pops in his freezer.
Only tubular stuff.
500.
For 5. This tube toy, when twisted and turned, reveals shifting colorful patterns for your viewing pleasure.
Andy.
Kevin?
Andy?
Kaleidoscope.
Yep.
600.
That's one of those words that I have no hope of spelling correctly ever.
It's not that hard.
It's hard. For 6?
Yeah.
These fad fidget toys feature a plastic...
Kevin? Oh, no.
Kevin?
Fidget spinner.
No. I feature a plastic tube with ridges that can be stretched or collapsed to produce sound.
Please repeat.
These fad fidget toys feature a plastic tube with ridges that can be stretched or collapsed to produce sound.
Stretch?
Or collapsed.
See, I was thinking the thing where... Were you thinking the thing where it's like the thing and it like...
I'm not thinking anything at this point.
You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like clear and it's got
I've done been boomwhacked.
You know what I'm talking about though? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's that weird like thing that like you try to grab it and it like curls into itself and it's like slippery.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, I don't know what those are
That's
called.
definitely not.
I
what
know
you
it's
said.
not what it's called, but
Those are
what are those
great.
called?
I don't know. Squishy things.
The only other thing I can think of is like those like psh, you know.
Yeah, those are cool
Snap,
too. I was
snap.
thinking of the like, what's that called? Chinese handcuffs.
Yeah, finger trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a boom whacker?
No. We were looking for pop tubes.
What?
Pop tubes. Pop tubes. What's a pop tube?
I think it's a fad fidget toy.
Wait. Is this what my daughter has? Hold on.
Hold on, what's called?
We might have these. Oh yeah. Yeah. My daughter has the exact ones. Yeah. I don't know what they're called. Pop tubes. Yeah.
Pop tubes.
Oh, okay. I know what those are. I really want to know what that thing is though. We'll have to look that up.
Yeah. How are you going to Google that?
I have no idea. Very dangerous. Medical tubes.
For
200.
2? All right, medical for 2. This tube connects your mouth to your stomach. Kevin.
Your esophagus.
Yep.
I've seen Kevin in this mode before.
300.
I don't like the mode.
This medical exam is done using a long, flexible camera that helps doctors get a look at one of your body's digestion tubes.
Mike? Colonoscopy?
Yep.
You would know that.
I also like a la mode. Medical tubes, 400.
Bo.
Somehow I was wondering if this had been defaulted or planned.
Super planned.
Super bland. How
Yeah.
can you be super bland? Let's just go ahead and say 300.
You're such a wimp.
Yes. On medical tubes, I am.
All right. This lung-infecting illness is spread from person to person through tiny droplets that become airborne during coughing and sneezing.
Let's go with pneumonia.
Incorrect.
How about tuberculosis?
That
But
is it.
also every sickness ever.
Tuberculosis is correct.
Isn't tuberculosis spelled with an R before the B?
No, it's tuber.
Oh, okay.
You got some tubers in your lungs.
Is that a turmeric
Maybe.
thing?
I just always knew that I spelled tuberculosis wrong.
Tuberculosis. Turber. Mike, the board's still yours.
All right, let me subtract some points for myself and go with 500 points.
This medical term means to put a tube in and commonly refer... Mike.
Intubate.
Correct. Commonly refers to the insertion of a breathing tube into the trachea.
600.
Last question on the board. Known by this more common name, this medical procedure is called a tubal ligation. Known by this more common name, this medical procedure is called a tubal ligation.
Tubal cane.
Andy. Vasectomy.
No.
That was a brazen move.
It was brazen.
Hold on.
Hold on was called.
Hold on, called.
Kevin.
Nose
job.
Nope. Got a guess, Mike?
No.
Burp.
I was so close.
He was.
Opposite gender.
Yep.
Getting your tubes tied.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
All right. Can we get scores as we go in Final Jeopardy?
We can get scores. Kevin's got 200 points. Andy's got 400 points. Mike's got 2,800 points.
Okay.
Oh, gross.
Tubular. Totally tubular.
Final Jeopardy category is book and movie tubes.
Book and movie tubes.
Movie tubes.
I'll wager it all.
All right.
Boom.
You wagered it all?
All right. Under book and movie tubes, in the award-winning book Holes, which was adapted to film in 2003, Stanley finds this kind of tube while digging in the desert, which links his great-grandfather's missing fortune and notorious outlaw Kate Barlow.
Please repeat.
In the award-winning book Holes, which was adapted to film in 2003, Stanley finds this kind of tube while digging in the desert, which links his great-grandfather's missing fortune and the notorious outlaw Kate Barlow.
I don't remember. Do you remember? Can we group think this?
Guys, I remember.
Did you Google it?
He's seen this movie like 8 times.
Don't cap it at 8. It could have been more than that.
Tuberculosis.
If you,
I would not want to go
say
to
that.
tuberculosis
No, I am going
tube.
to say that.
What?
If you knew the person's nickname, it would help.
All right, let's reveal. Kevin.
Madame Zeroni's tubes.
Incorrect.
Well,
Andy says mining.
yeah.
A mining tube.
How much did you wager?
$3.99. And Mike says lipstick. That's correct. And he gets $19.99 points. A lipstick tube.
$19.99.
I didn't remember that either.
Kissing Kate Barlow. KB. And then the guy's like, oh, yeah, Keith Barringer. He was in my math class. You don't remember that?
Nope.
No.
You have seen that movie a lot.
It was a pretty funny line. Keith Barringer.
I think I might have seen it once when I was in my teens.
I think Mike forced me to watch it once.
And
When-
Did
I
you
was in
know
my
it was
teens.
one of Mike's favorite movies?
What?
Did you know it was one of Mike's favorite movies?
I wouldn't call it one of my favorite
Had you-
movies.
had- Should I rephrase this? Did you know that Mike's watched this movie like 8 times?
I wouldn't have said 8. I would have said like 4. Because he's referenced Holes before on
Umbridge.
the show.
Umbridge.
I've referenced a lot of movies on the show.
KD
Umbridge.
didn't create any of the questions on this board, so we can't really take umbrage with him.
Umbridge.
Okay, so final scores as they stand. A close battle. We've got Kevin with 0, Andy with 1, and Mike with 47.99.
Wonderful.
When was the last time somebody broke 10,000? It's been a long time.
Oh, well, it's only happened like thrice, right? Or twice?
I think Kevin's done it thrice at least.
I've done it at least 3 times.
Well, I don't think anyone else has done it.
I think I did once.
So you're saying thrice.
What?
A total of thrice.
Is that the thing?
That's
What
my
would,
thing.
What would 5 be?
Thrice.
I think you got in the high 7,000s or low 8,000s once.
Mm.
So we're sticking with thrice.
Okay. Yeah,
All right.
Thrice.
Thrice. Listeners at home, if you think you could have done better, let us know at theguestfrompodcast@gmail.com. Katie, thank you for the board, and thank you to your friend who put this on their family during vacation. I love that happened during vacation.
Yes.
This didn't feel like a vacation to me.
It felt vacationular to me.
At one point, there was a lot of points.
And it was
then there were fewer points.
Mostly the part where I got a lot of points, and you guys didn't. I mean, collectively, you ended with 1 point. Listeners, there was a secret, oh so secret phrase uttered at some point during the episode. So if you think you know who said it and what it was, please email your guess to theguestroomPodcast@gmail.com. Also, if you want to join the guest list and keep us guessing, you can do so at patreon.com/theguestroompodcast. You can also find some sweet merch with things like Kevin's face minus the top half and bridge afterwards. Well, I guess it's more like the top quarter. It makes a U. His facial hair makes a U. You can also find the little mentioned No Childhood Zone shirt with KD's mug on it.
Does anyone have that shirt?
I don't, but I think someone does.
Okay.
And then, of course, not to be outdone, the heftiest Butt Royale merch. I mean, we're all sipping stuff out of that mug.
The Hefty's Butt Royale merch.
It's a tube you can drink out of.
It's true.
That is true. I think the Hefty's Butt Royale merch just kind of needs to be purchased more.
It's here to stay.
Yes.
We have conducted our June drawing.
Ugh.
Drawing.
What state are you from if you say it that way?
I think
Because you don't have a drowl.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Home of half of Texarkana.
Texarkana. Yes.
Least favorite place on earth.
Calexico.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's, I mean, I guess in California there's like Cali Mex and Mexicali.
Calexico.
What?
Yeah. Calexico.
No.
Yeah. But also, yeah, Mexicali is a place too.
Mexicali. And randomize.
And that happened.
All right. Well, turns out the winner of the drawing for the SPG in the month of June was... Do we have a drum roll?
No.
Turkey! That's the closest I got. I know I can't make a sound out of my mouth that's closer than that sounder.
Yeah, we need the air horn
Yeah.
on the soundboard.
Yeah, I'll get it on there.
Julie, congratulations, Julie. You have won the month of June.
Shabby!
So please let us know, Julie, what you wish to wear or stick upon your water bottle.
Just every morning, just email us and tell us what you're wearing that day, just so that we can sign off and make sure that we're all on the same page.
That one you can send to andy.smith@gmail.com.
Oh, poor
Yeah, I'm
random
sure
Andy.
he's the one with that email address, right?
I didn't want to give out his real email.
Yeah, we'll just give out some random.
Gave out
guy's
someone's
email.
random email.
It's not like you it's not like anyone can't just type in a random email address and hope it goes to someone. Julie,
But yeah,
let us...
start a conversation with andy.smith@gmail.com and just see where it goes.
Oh, man.
Live a little.
This guy's wife's going to be like, who is Julie? And what?
And why does she want your shirt?
Please email Andy. No, but Julie, let us know at theguestroom@gmail.com or other avenues what merch you would like from our store, and it will be in the mail on the way. Hey, well, thank you all. We appreciate you guys. For Katie, for Andy, for Kevin, for the Statue of Liberty, I'm Mike. As always, farewell.